Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the preview of the Olympics show. This is January 2nd, 2012. The Olympics show will be premiering during the course of the Olympics, which is July 27th through August 12th. The games are going to be in London this summer. So the Olympics show is pretty much going to be consisted of highlights from the day's events. We could have an interview or two with a guest of mine as well, and also maybe we'll have some crazy stuff going on too. So if you want to join us here for the Olympics show, it's going to be July 27th. Now, for tonight's preview show, I have written a paper on last year's Olympics, which is or the Vancouver Games 2010. I wrote a paper, and I'm going to share that with you guys tonight. Just want to thank you for all the Arnie Camp support, and I'm hoping this would be a success sometime this summer. So to join us, we'll be spreading the word July 27th. Now I'm going to read my story that I have planned. Here we go. Oops. I started watching the Olympics when I was 7 years old, when the games came to Los Angeles in 1984. I don't remember much about those Olympics. However, 4 years later, when the Winter Games came to Calgary, I really started to follow the games. Now, 22 years later, the Winter Games have came to Vancouver, the city of Vancouver. A friend of mine who was 7 years old made this big Olympic flag, which is sitting behind me right now, for the opening ceremony. My friend and I went out to the top of the snowbank and stuck it in there for the duration of the games. Now, these are the stories of the 2010 Winter Olympic Games of Vancouver. The 21st Winter Olympic Games were held in Vancouver, British Columbia. This is the third time that Canada has hosted the Olympic Games. The other two times were in 1976 in Montreal and 1988 when the Winter Games came to Calgary. The city of Vancouver was radiant in hosting these games, and it showed in their motto, was glowing hearts. However, the glowing hearts were dampened on the day of the opening ceremony, when Georgian luger Nodar Martyzashvili was killed on a training run in the luge track in nearby Whistler. The opening ceremony that night was dedicated in his memory. These Olympics featured 82 different countries. 82 different countries competed. The Olympic cauldron was lit by 4 different Canadian athletes. It was lit by skier Nancy Green, NBA star Steve Nash, speed skater Katrina LeMay-Doan, and most of all, Canada's most famous athlete, Wayne Gretzky. After the torch was lit inside the stadium, Gretzky then traveled outside the stadium and went out to a second cauldron, which was at Vancouver's water park. The scene of him going down the streets with the torch was absolutely priceless. It was like the movie Miracle on 34th Street, as the people would chase the truck and follow along with the torch. This scene also showed that Vancouver was proud to be an Olympic city. The United States had great success in these games, winning the most medals with 37. The most notable athlete was alpine skier Lindsey Vonn. Vonn was able to contend for all of the alpine Richard Shen that she may not be able to compete. However, with several bad days of weather in Whistler, it allowed her to heal up, take the gold in the women's downhill, and the silver in the bronze in the Super G. Another athlete that had great success was figure skater Evan Lysacek. In the closest competition in Olympic history, Lysacek won the gold medal over former gold medalist Evgeny Leshchenko of Russia by 1.31 points. Apollo Ono became the most decorated American winter athlete during these games, passing former speed skater Bonnie Blair with 8 gold medals. He won the silver medal in the 1500 thanks to a Korean wipeout at the end of the race, and also won 2 bronze in the 1,000 meters and the 5,000 meter relay. The United States also made Olympic history during these games. Bill Damon won the first ever gold medal in the Nordic combined event, which is ski jumping and cross-country skiing. Also, Steve Holcomb and his four-man bobsled won gold, ending a 62-year drought in the event for the Americans. Holcomb also served in the United States Army from 1999 to 06. Some other notable Olympians during these games were ski jumper Simon Ammann of Switzerland. The Harry Potter lookalike won gold in both the normal and the large hills events in Salt Lake, and also won a pair of gold in these games. He is only the second Olympian to accomplish that feat, and also became the most decorated Swiss athlete ever. Another notable gold medalist was Shani Davis of the United States. Chicago native won the gold in 1,000 meters as he did in Torino in 06, and he also won silver in the 1,500 as well. Another athlete that made some noise in these games was Norris Berit Bjorgen. She won 3 gold, silver, and a bronze in the women's cross-country events. She has won a total of 7 medals in her Olympic career. There were some athletes that had tough times during these games. One of them was U.S. alpine skier Julia Mancuso. She was on her first run on the Super G when she was stopped by a course official after her teammate Lindsey Vonn had fallen. Another athlete that had difficulties was Dutch speed skater Sven Kramer. Speed skating is a national sport in the Netherlands, and they take it very, very seriously. After he won gold in the 5,000, he was treated with royalty by the Dutch. However, Kramer was disqualified in the 10,000 meter event after his longtime coach Gerard Kentner sent him in the wrong lane. The team that had the most difficulty during the game was the 3,000 meter women's short track from Korea. The Koreans came to the finish line first and thought they won the gold medal and started to take their victory lap. However, an official declared that there was contact between a Korean and a Chinese skater. But they disqualified the Koreans and gave the gold medal to the Chinese. There was one athlete that saw success through her difficulties. Petra Majic of Slovenia won bronze in the women's cross-country sprint. However, on her practice run, she slipped and fell on the top of a ravine, breaking 5 ribs and suffered in her collapsed lung. But it was her will and determination that helped her still compete, even though she had a traumatic injury. The most success during these Olympic Games came from the host country of Canada. In 2006, the Canadian government started a program called Own the Podium, and they did exactly that. They finished 3rd in the medal count with 26. However, even though they were shut out of gold in Montreal and Calgary, they won the most gold medals in Olympic history in the game, 14. The first one was won by Alexander Bilodeau, a men's mogul skier. The Montreal native dedicated his race to his brother Frederick, who has cerebral palsy. Another notable athlete was figure skater Joanne Rochette. 2 days before her competition was to start, her mother passed away very suddenly. She went on to win the bronze medal in the ladies' competition. And she may have won the bronze medal, but she won gold in the hearts of the people of Canada. The flag bearer during the opening ceremony was Clara Hughes from Winnipeg. She's participating in her third and final Olympics. She won in her last race, the 5,000 meters, won bronze. And she has also won a total of 4 Winter Olympic medals and 2 summer medals as well. The biggest medal that was won by Canada during these games was on the final event of the games. You couldn't write a script any better to close out these Olympics. The 2 biggest hockey powers in the United States and Canada took on each other for gold. The Canadian men's hockey team had enormous pressure playing in their own country. Canada was leading 2-1 late in the third period, with 24 seconds left when Zach Parise, Minnesota native, tied the game at 2, sending the game into overtime. In the overtime period, Sidney Crosby sent the country into a frenzy by scoring the game-winning goal, and the Canadian victory sent a celebration into the streets of Vancouver as they turned into a sea of red. Vancouver was a beautiful city and host to these Winter Olympic Games. Located in the Pacific Northwest with the Coast Mountains in the background of the Pacific Ocean in the midst. These games held up to their expectation during these games. Dr. Jacques Rougeau-Belgium said that these were excellent and friendly games, and that they were. In my opinion, these games were the best that I have ever seen. The games are over now, but the memories will last forever. The Olympics hold dear to my heart, and I hope someday that I will have the opportunity to enjoy the games in person. But now I look forward to the games of the 30th Olympiad, July 27th in London. This will be the 3rd time that London has hosted the Olympics. Every 4 years, for 16 days, the world freezes as we watch a bunch of athletes in sports that we may never follow on a regular basis. But that's what brings the world and the Olympics together, and the Olympics will always have a place in my heart. And that's the end of my story, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you guys will be able to join me for the Olympics show starting July 27th here on Arnie Cam 618. Thanks for watching, and may God bless our community on the show.